Hi, you're watching Corry Unedited. This beautiful face is Corry, and this is an unedited video. I think my voice cracked. That's funny. Anyways, so I am yet again on my way to my overnight job. I got a decent amount of sleep today. Had church this morning. Talked about... What did we talk about? Dominion. Having dominion. And that we have dominion through the Word of God. So after church, came home, ate Taco Bell breakfast, went to bed. Oh, my camera's slipping. Still working. Okay. So that video I released on Corry's makes, reviews, and whatnot is up to about 21 views. That's pretty good, I think, for my first video. Hopefully I can do more videos and get more views and actually get a channel going that has some potential. Well, yeah, part of, you want to do YouTube for fun, but I really need a new career, and I'm hoping that YouTube will be it. Oh, gosh. Small tragedy. I think I left my coffee at home. Oh, no! It's okay. I can buy some Mountain Dew or something. So, I'm sitting here trying to think of what I'm supposed to talk about tonight, and it's just not quite coming to me. Probably, like I used the words before, sleep debt, yeah, it's a real thing, and I'm feeling pretty decent, except that I've got a little bit of brain fog, so that'll lift. And the job I do right now at my overnight job doesn't call for much brain power anyways. What does call for some brain power is learning a foreign language. I am learning Spanish. I'm using the app Duolingo to do it. According to Duolingo, I know about 650 words in Spanish. I'm not quite confident that I know all 650 of those, but at least in writing I seem to get a lot of the answers right. But when I hear people speaking in Spanish, it usually still goes right over my head. Spanish is a very fast language, and like in English, I think they cut words off, but still know what each other mean. So it'll be a matter of practice. Excuse me. It'll be a matter of practice listening to know what words get cut off or what words run together. What sounds don't quite match up perfectly to what's written. Like, some people say po-yo for chicken, some people say po-jo for chicken, and for some people it's more of a blend. I think for most it's probably more pojo. That, if you're just looking at P-O-L-L-O, and somebody told you, well, the double L sounds like Y, and you hear pojo, you might not quite catch it. I might not quite have caught it if I hadn't pick that bit up. And I don't know what other intricacies I might hit. But it's, you know, where something doesn't sound quite the way I expect it to. Also, words that I thought I knew and that I screw up on. One of my sample sentences came up on Duo last night. It had the word carta, which just means letter. But I let myself fall for the literal term, the literary term, or what's the right word? The linguistic term, I think, is false cognate. Language learners will call them false friends, because carta sounds like card, but it is actually letter. Tarjeta is card. And what happened when I did it, I already knew the word tarjeta, so I went, well, that's weird. And I went and did a search for the difference between the two. And oh yeah, it's. I was thinking I'd found another word for card. Oh no, that's letter. I didn't know that word. So that's where it comes back to. I supposedly know 650 words, but do I really? But I'm learning, and I really want to learn so that I can communicate better with some of my coworkers. Like I said, I'm in what they call maintenance. That doesn't mean I fix things. I'm a janitor. I do other things there too. I did other jobs, but I switched over to maintenance janitor very recently. A lot of the other janitors, maintenance folks, are Spanish speakers. Some of them speak bilingual English-Spanish, but some of them are almost pure Spanish speakers. I say almost because I know a few words. They say sweepy sweepy to sweep the floor. So if I can learn some Spanish, a lot of Spanish I should say, it'll make my job easier. I can communicate with my coworkers. If I chose to stay with this company long term, one of the options that I could see would be maintenance supervisor. If I was going to do that, being able to communicate with my subordinates would certainly be a plus. I think would be a plus on my resume or on my application as well. So I don't really think that's where I want to go, but sometimes, you know, we just do what we have to do to get by, and so I'm keeping that at least somewhere in my mind. So thank you guys for listening to me ramble and rant a little bit. Oh, they changed my hours. Right now I think it was a mistake, but it's one of those mistakes they can't fix on the fly. They might be able to fix it for tomorrow night, and I've got to have them look at my schedule for the next couple of weeks so they can get it straightened out. So I've been referring to this as my overnight job without saying where it is, but if anybody's paying any attention, you'll know where I work because I'm not hiding it very well. Heck, I wear my uniform sitting right here talking to you sometimes, so it's not that big a secret. I guess that's all for now. I'm not sure if this clock in at 5 minutes. It'll probably take me 5 minutes to walk to the clock. Good night, everybody, and God bless.